Hey YouTube, welcome back to Kasondra's Kitchen, where I eat to live and I live to eat. Today I'm going to be making a veggie quiche. So if you're interested in seeing how I do this vegan veggie quiche, stay tuned and I'll show you. Alright guys, so this is going to be quick and easy, another quick and easy video. What I'm using for my quiche, you can put anything in quiche if you know that. I'm using some mushrooms. I got some portobello mushrooms sliced. I got some diced peppers, some rainbow peppers. I got red, yellow, and green. I got some onion. And I'm going to put a little bit of kale. I got some fresh kale washed here. I'm going to use some cheese. You're going to need some butter. So I got my plant butter. You're going to need egg for quiche. So I am using just egg. And I love just egg because they remind me of egg. I think egg, if it wasn't the hardest, it was almost at the top for me to give up. Things to give up when I actually transitioned to plant-based. Meat and stuff didn't faze me, but eggs, because I love an omelet. I love having, breakfast in the morning sometimes. So eggs was kind of hard for me. Although in my salad, I love to put eggs in my salad, but now I just use my avocados and stuff, and that kind of helps me when I want the egg in my salad. I just use avocado, but the just eggs are really great, so I love them. So that's what I'm going to be using for my egg, and then we're going to need some plant milk. I'm using the almond milk, unsweetened almond milk. So come on over here to the stove. What we're going to do first off is we're just going to saute all of our vegetables. We're going to get those sauteed. Oh, and we're going to need a pie shell. So I'm cheating today, guys. Usually I make my pie crust from scratch, but I have this one. Let me see. Bring it out so you guys can see what pie crust I'm going to use. Like I said, this is going to be a quick and easy video. So the Holy Wholesome, they have the organic traditional 9-inch shells. I'm just going to use one of these today to make my quiche. And so you will need a crust, or you can make your own crust, of course. So, all right, so let's do this, y'all. It's going to be good. It's going to be quick and easy. So come on over. All right, so I just got some butter warmed up here. And I'm going to get the veggies thrown down in here. And all we're going to do is just give this a saute. Let it cook down a little, probably about 5 minutes. And then we'll move forward. So let me get all my veggies in here. This looks like a lot, but it's going to cook down, of course. And then, of course, it's going to go in the pie thing. So, and let me get my kale in here. I always wash my kale and put it in paper towels. And that looks like a lot of kale, but that's really not a lot of kale. So I'm going to use probably a good 2 cups of kale. Okay. And then what I'm going to season this with, I'm actually going to use my spice seasoning. And of course, you season to your own liking. I always say that. So it's probably like a tablespoon and a half of spice seasoning. And I want just a little bit of heat. So I'm going to use a few of the red crushed peppers. Not a lot. A couple little pinches of that. And then what we're going to do is just kind of let this saute real good. It's going to take a little longer for the kale. Okay, let's see here. But we're just going to let this cook down for now and just saute. I want to keep it kind of up just to get a little crisp, but all we did was use our butter and seasonings in here. And once this gets cooked down, we're going to go ahead and mix our milk and our just egg and get it all mixed together to put into our pie crust. So I'm going to let this cook for about 5 minutes. I'll be right back. All right, so we're about ready to take this off the heat now. And it cooked for 5 minutes. Saute, just got those kales cooked down. Little translucent look on our onions. So we are done with that. So So now we're gonna come over here and we're gonna mix this with our egg and our milk and get this in our pie crust. So come on over to the other side and we'll get started. All right, so what we're gonna need is our egg. So we're gonna use 3 eggs. So that's gonna be 3 of these 1/4 cups of our just egg. And make sure you shake your just egg before you use it, okay? You don't wanna, it does kind of break apart. So you wanna make sure that you shake that up before you use it. And then what we're gonna do is add our milk. And I'm gonna start off with about 1/2 cup of milk. This is kind of a small crust, so I wanna make sure that we don't have too much. And I'm gonna put a little bit of pepper, black pepper, and just a little pinch of my pink salt. Not a lot. We already seasoned our veggies, but I wanted to make sure that we season our egg as well. Okay. So next thing we're going to do, we're going to get this poured into our pie crust. Okay. We got our egg in there. We're going to sprinkle a little bit of cheese down in the egg. And the cheese that I'm using is your Daiya cheddar and mozzarella blends. Just going to sprinkle a little bit of that down in our custard. And then on top of our custard, we're going to go ahead and put our veggies that we sauteed. These vegetables, I can just eat them like this. They taste so good. You can't go wrong with peppers, mushrooms, and onions. And a little kale, oh my gosh, that's just like heaven in a bowl. I'm just gonna get this all filled up in here. I think I put just the perfect amount of veggies too. Like no waste. Want all my vegetables in there. Because heck, vegetables and stuff are expensive. You go to the store now, I mean, just for a pepper, especially if you get organic, it's ridiculous. Okay, I just want to kind of get this all kind of mixed down in here really, really good. Okay, and then what we're gonna do, we're gonna top it also with a little bit more cheese. And these are good for brunch, especially if you're doing, like you have family, the holidays are coming up. These are perfect little dishes because, you know, like on Thanksgiving, everybody's cooking. This is something that you can pop in the oven and everybody can enjoy. You're not going to get too full. It's just simple and easy. And then that way, nobody's too stuffed because, you know, everybody's going to want to eat Thanksgiving dinner. And so this is just perfect. So what I'm going to do, my last thing I'm going to do is just sprinkle just a little bit of smoked paprika on top of my cheese. I love smoked paprika, but it's also going to give it a little accent of a color on top of there. Okay. Alrighty. And then we're going to have this pop into our oven. My oven is set to 400. That's what my pie shell tells me to cook on. So my pie shells, so it's about 400. This is going to have to cook about 25 minutes, right? To get that egg to really just cook up and everything to set together. So you want to make sure you keep an eye out on your crust. About halfway through, check your edges because you don't want to burn your edges because you can always go back out and put some foil, some aluminum foil around your edges just so it doesn't overcook. I say that, and I hope mine doesn't because I'm going to try to remember to check it. But this is going to go into the oven for about 25 minutes on a 400 oven. Cook it on the bottom. And so this is it, guys. My quiche and my pie crust. So I'm going to go ahead and get this in the oven, and I'll show you once it's done. All right, guys. Here we have it, our veggie quiche. It looks amazing. I cooked this actually for 35 minutes. I had it for 25. It wasn't set, so I added another 10 minutes. and cooked it for 35 minutes on a 400 oven. And I didn't wrap my crust because sometimes the aluminum foil and me just don't get along. So I didn't wrap my crust, but it turned out nice and golden. So you guys can see that up close. The crust cooked perfectly. And then I let it set for about 15 minutes. It's still good and hot, but I let it set for about 15 minutes just to give everything an opportunity to settle. Yay. Okay, here we go. So now we're gonna cut into this baby and see what the inside looks like. So I'm just gonna use my pie cutter here, I mean my pizza cutter. Hopefully it cuts it right. Okay. It's real creamy on the inside, so I hope it's not gonna fall apart on me here. I wish I had a pie spatula, but I don't. Let's see if we can get this out of here. All right, so that's what it looks like. Okay. So it's set. This is the inside of it. It's still good and hot. You guys can see the smoke coming up off of it. All right, so what we're gonna do is go ahead and get our taste test on. So I'm gonna have my wonderful husband, Mr. Coleman.
Yes.
Can I have your assistance, please?
Yes, you may.
Come on over here, sir.
My favorite time, huh?
Yes. I don't know if you, they can see you. You know, you taller than me.
Yeah,
so let me
I'm
go
pretty
check.
sure.
Let me go check the camera just to make sure.
Because I'm kind of stooped down a little bit, so it ain't too bad.
Let me see.
You see?
I can see you, sir. Yeah. Just want to make sure your head ain't cut off there. Okay, come on over here. Now, this is good and hot. So, and it still could sit a little longer, I think. Yeah. But go ahead and see what it tastes like with those just eggs. Because it's still kind of, I think it could set just a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we got all those wet vegetables in there. The kale, the mushrooms, all that holds water. But
here we go, y'all.
Blow it. I told you it was still hot. I let it set for 15 minutes, but it still was steaming.
Man, we might need to let this set for 30. That bad boy's hot.
It's hot.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
But it's absolutely delicious, y'all. You won't be disappointed, though.
Did you burn your tongue?
Almost.
Okay.
You can try, but don't put a whole lot in your mouth because it's steamy hot. Like you said, I shouldn't even put it in my mouth, but I had to taste it, y'all.
Let me see here.
It's good. Be careful. I'm telling you, it's hot.
I'm going to blow. And then I'm going to stick my tongue on it. And I'm going to make sure before I put it in my mouth because I don't want to mess up my taste buds.
It's really good. It's got flavor.
Mm.
They can just let it just cool off some more, boy.
Yeah.
Maybe set it in the refrigerator.
It's not that hot.
Yeah, it is hot too.
It's actually really delicious. I think once it sets a little longer, just to really compact, kind of just come together and tighten up. Yeah, that's really good.
Fresh out of the oven, y'all. Mm.
Now blow it this time, babe.
It's good.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
It's got
the mushrooms, green peppers, and onions, and
so it reminds me of
the kale.
Our eggs we make when we do our sauté scramble.
Right.
That's what it's like, but it's just you got that extra little that crust. So like if you had a biscuit on the side, so this would be a great brunch or breakfast even. So hey, here you have it, our veggie quiche, straight from Kasondra's kitchen. If you try it and you like it, you know what to do.
Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up.
And of course, share the video. Sharing is caring.
Please share.
And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, subscribe. What are you waiting for? So again, from Kasondra's kitchen to yours, we love you guys. Thank you for watching. And until next time, peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.